Okay, we're here for an unbiased and unpaid Monat review. I believe that I'm saying that right. I may be butchering it. Hi, I'm Brandie Price, and I'm an image consultant for television and film, and I have been in the industry for 22 years, so I have really run the gamut of all of the hair care products that are out there. But the problem became when I was trying to find a product to actually help my hair grow, and I started going through a lot of different things. Check out my video to show how you can get your hair to grow with the tips that I use, both intrinsically and extrinsically. But I want to talk to you about this product line in particular because I had a lot of hair loss after finding out that I had a chronic illness. I had mold toxicity, but I didn't know that that led to having this chronic illness. And I ended up losing quite a bit of my hair very quickly. And then I had another illness, and then I lost even more hair. So I do still have extensions in. It's not like I grew my hair, this long overnight. I'm not going to tell you that, but I have been using this product line since November 15th of last year, and right now we're at the end of July, so a good portion of months. So I wanted to make sure that I went ahead and did a review. So I have used, like I said, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsically, I've been using bone broth to get my hair to grow. So this is something that, I'm using a combined effort to be able to get my hair to grow. Whenever you have a skin concern, you need to look at intrinsic factors as well as extrinsic. So this is not just Monat that has helped my hair grow. It's all of the things that I'm doing that are helping me maybe possibly not even have fill-in extensions and length. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. But I want to talk to you about the first line that I used. The first line that I used, it was recommended to me from I believe they call them consultants. I had just done a parody video off of Lizzo's song Truth Hurts, and it was about how my hair woes instead. So we'll link that below as well. You can get a kick out of that. But one of the ladies that actually was the Megan, who actually had produced the film, she actually talked to me about my hair and was a consultant, and I didn't even know that when I hired her. So she talked to me about, different ways that I might be able to help my hair grow and what had been working for her as a consultant. So, and she's also a stylist and has been in the industry for a while. But I took her advice with which ones to use. I wanted to try a different line. And she was like, no, you should really start with this one. And I just took her advice and just heeded her warning. She said, just wait till you start to see results before we need to change. And so I used that one for probably, I would say 6.5, maybe 7 months. And it was the Renew and the Replenish Mask, I believe it was, and then the Volumizing Conditioner. So I was using just those 3 products for probably about 4 months before I added in the oil at her recommendation, which actually she recommended the oil first off the bat. So I'm not going to lie and say I just changed my shampoo, because I know that people say I just changed my shampoo, and I'm like, okay, well, what other styling products, what other products are you using that other than your shampoo? Are you using a conditioner? Are you using a hair mask? What are you using? Because that always kind of threw me off. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't originally want to try this line, because I know, working with people's hair for so long and working with hair, makeup, and wardrobing and all of the things that I do, all of the things that can happen to hair, I just didn't feel like that was an honest thing. So I didn't just change my shampoo. I changed everything, and I swapped over. So that is what I changed. So I will have to say this. Let's back up. So with using the Renew and the Renew, Replenish, and Volumizing, with using that combination, I was able to see some hair growth. I was able to see a little bit of fullness come in. I will show you this area. Let me take my hat off here. This area right here, I didn't have anything really in, but you can see like how much has grown in the course of that time. Like I didn't have a whole lot in that area. I didn't even realize, what's funny is I didn't even realize that that filled in. Like I've just been using it for a while, and I didn't even realize that this whole section had already filled back in. But then also I have a lot of extra fullness in and throughout there. So what happened is I started adding this oil in about 4 months in. And this oil, she said to use it, like do overnight treatments. I did probably 2 overnight treatments, and that really didn't work well with extensions. It just really didn't help me it helped my hair grow, but it didn't help the longevity of how long my extensions last, that round. So, and I noticed that. So that's something to keep in mind too. If you do have bonded extensions, especially if you have tape in, you probably should not be doing an overnight oil treatment. So right now what I'm doing is I have bonded extensions throughout for fullness and then also for length, but I have fewer than what I used to, which is nice. So with the oil, what I do with it is I actually do kind of the lines just at the crown. I don't do it all throughout. I don't do it in the areas that I have extensions, I should say. So I do it for about 30 minutes to an hour before I do my shampoo. And I would have to say that this has been a game changer as far as getting some extra volume to my hair and having a little bit of fill-in. This is really helped. I know I'll be purchasing this product again for sure. Now the shampoo and the conditioner and the mask, I ended up changing lines after I started seeing a lot of hair growth. So I changed probably about a month ago, and what I'm using now, I just needed extra hydration. When you have extensions, they're not your hair, so sometimes they can be a little bit drier than what your normal hair is. And I like to I like them to look full on the ends and not have to worry about split ends, and so I don't have to go back to the salon as quickly. So for me, she suggested that I change over to this Advanced Hydrating, which is what I'm using right now. It has kind of a minty smell to it. And then I'll tell you this, this is the shampoo, and just like with the skincare routine, which I coach a lot of skincare things, just like with that, you need to do a double wash, okay? So you do the first wash, you just use a little bit of shampoo and you work it through your scalp, and then you let it set for about 2 minutes. It's the same thing as using cleanser on your face and then using a toner to wash things clean. So if you have more history with skincare than hair care, then that will give you a little bit of base information. But the shampoo, so I use it once and I just like work it into my scalp, work it around my extension area and let it set for about 2 minutes, and then I rinse that out, and then I do a full-on sudsy wash and kind of really get in there and clean everything out. It feels great, which is nice, and this also hydrates. So it hydrates, but it doesn't make me have to use dry shampoo any more frequently than what I would before. Actually, I use it less with this line than what I was using with the line before, which is crazy because this is a hydrating line. This is something else. I'm using the Heavenly Hydrating Mask. I switched to that, and I use this every time I wash my hair. So I do a hair mask every time I wash my hair. So I do that about every 5 days. So I put this on. You kind of squeegee out your hair, and then you work this through. You don't need a whole lot, but you need enough to be able to work through your entire hair all the way down. And I don't do any of it in my scalp until the very end. So I let it set for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I work a little bit of it through my scalp, and then I rinse everything clean. And then I use the conditioner. And I know they say to use the conditioner. This is the Advanced Hydrating. It's the same line. I know they say to use the conditioner, but I'm old school. Like they say, put the conditioner on, squeegee your hair out, put the conditioner on, and then rinse it all clean. Well, I'm not exactly doing that. So I squeegee my hair out, like get all the water out of it. And then I put this on and I let it set for like 2 minutes. Just on the bottom of my hair, and I don't put any of it in my scalp. So I kind of made my own rule on that just because it's something that I'm used to doing. But I would have to say that it's really been helping my hair as far as it's usually very dry through the summer. And in the winter, fall and spring, not so much, but you know, the extremes, I get incredibly dry hair and it ends up breaking really quickly, especially with heat. What's nice about this is that I've noticed that with using this particular line, that I haven't been using hairspray because I used to have to spray to get flyaways to be able to stay. I've not really been using that. I've not really been using the dry shampoo as much, and I'm using both of those by the Monat line. But I haven't been using those, and I haven't needed to use like my mousse or anything else really to hold a style for 4 to 5 days. So this is my first time that I'm trying curling on day one. Normally I would straighten for the first 3 days, and I would let the curls I would let it kind of in a bun overnight, kind of get a beachy wave to it. And then the last 2 days, I would either curl and then do a braid, or curl and curl. The last week or the last 5 days that I did that, I did straight, 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 and I didn't put heat on it again until I wanted to put curls in it. And then they stayed for 3 days, so I ran it for 6. So I'm not using as much styling products, but I'm also letting my hair air dry at night. And I believe that that has something to do with it. I'm using those products. I'm also using the Lock-In Color Spray. I started using that a few weeks ago. I would like to do a review on that later, just to let you know how long my color on my extensions last, because that's completely different than the color on your hair lasting. When extensions, when they use them, it's almost like they take all of the pigment out of them and then they dye them. So it's harder to get the color to stay. So you're usually with blonde, you're needing to use purple shampoo and some other things to be able to keep them blonde. So I want to do a review on that later. I'm not 100% sure like what it's doing right now, because I've only been using it for a few weeks. I do use the leave-in conditioner about every 3 days, every 2 to 3 days, depending upon what the weather is like. And that's helped tremendously for keeping my hair hydrated, but I'm using it less with this hydration line for sure. Only other product that I really use is the dry shampoo. And I will have to say this about the dry shampoo. If you've got to use it, you've got to use it. But I didn't realize how much other dry shampoos made my scalp itch until I went a while using I think it's called the Champ dry shampoo. I went a while using that, and then I used a salon brand for like 2 days, and my scalp itched terribly. Those are really the only products that I'm using. I'm also wanting to try the spray. There's a spray that also is targeted area for getting your hair to grow. So we're thinking about trying that next. So let me know if you have other products that are within that line you want me to try. Let me know what you guys think about this review, and if you want me to do more reviews like this. I have a couple more that are coming up for on-camera products that I would like to be able to recommend. For those of you who would like some more on-camera confidence, subscribe to our YouTube channel and also hit us up on BrandiePriceImage.com. We'll see you around.